You're listening to the Kpopcast. It's your K-pop DJ and host, DJ Peter Lowe, and I'm joined by Stephanie Parker of YouTube. What's going on, Stephanie?
What's up? Great to be back on the Kpopcast. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, just trying to get all our schedules aligned and whatnot. And we're back to a regular Kpopcast show format and episode. This episode, we'll be taking a look at EXO and their song Power.
Power!
But before we do that, let's get to our hit replays. Hit replays are songs that we recommend you play on repeat for the week. So Stephanie, what's making you hit replay this week?
Well, I am so glad you asked. My hit replay this week, it was really hard to choose. There were a lot of really fun, catchy tunes this week, but one of my faves, Ki Kwang from the group Beast, came out with a solo song that just has a nice groove to it. It's called What You Like. And I really encourage you to check out the video. There's some nice hip-hop choreo in there where he's shaking those hips and rolling and all that. Does anyone remember him when he was AJ? Like dancing shoes? Anyone? No?
You're asking
old?
the wrong person. But I think our listeners will know, Stephanie. So yes,
okay.
It's a good question worth asking.
Yes.
I know what you like, you want, I know what you like, yeah. 너의 작은 표정은 짙은 나에도 모든 걸 느낄 수 있어. I know what you like, you want, I know what you like,
So that's me, P. Low. What's making you hit replay?
So it's this older song that has actually been talked about quite a bit already from the K-pop community at large, but it's Sunmi and her song Gashina, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Ooh.
I love it. And the thing is, it's tropical house. It's like 101 K-pop tropical house. But it is such a great concept. It's like that crazy ex-girlfriend. And like, how do you get over it? I mean, like immediately she has that scene where she's broken up and then she inhales the milkshake. It's like, we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
Other people have pointed out it's actually a really intelligent play on words. If you look to the Korean lyrics, it's what we need to see more of in K-pop, especially from the female perspective. And this episode was brought to you by the FOMO Daily Shop. Great place to get all your K-pop swag. I love all their high quality K-pop apparel. For XOLs, they've got this awesome XOL t-shirt that's stylized to be sort of knocking off of the eBay logo that looks fashionable for people who aren't into K-pop, but at the same time is a great nod to K-pop fans. You help us and we help you by using the promo code Kpopcast right at checkout, which will save you $5 off of your purchase. Again, that's Kpopcast at shop.fomodaily.com. So that's it for hit replays. It's time for EXO and their song Power.
We got that power, power. 이 음악을 통해 같이 한 목소리로 노래할 때 power, power. 더 강해지는 걸 Turn the music on,
Should we even attempt to try to describe what happened in this music video?
Probably not going to make too much sense, but anyone who has not seen it, all you need to know is that this video is full of exploding colors and kittens and pew pew and all of that fun stuff. It's like a cartoon. It's really trippy and really fun.
Yeah,
so.
I think kittens and pew pews, like that's the perfect way to describe it. Like, you know, and that's what I love about this song, because it's this nonsensical stuff that really makes me love K-pop. Earlier this week, the show K-Pop Hot Pot tweeted out saying, is this song bad or good? And I tweeted at them and I said, it's so bad, it's good. It's like passed that threshold of being bad, and it's gotten all the way into the good scale. Again, just because it's so crazy and ridiculous. If you've been a child of the 90s, you'll recall the Power Rangers. And
Yes.
that's what this was. It starts off being serious, and then it totally spoofs it. It totally like makes fun of itself.
Yeah.
So I think that was very deliberate, and I wonder if that was maybe lost on some of the younger generation of K-pop fans. But I gotta say, like, it delivers a concept and flair for each of the members in a way that is fit for any K-pop label. I think we've said this in the past. If you're going to devote a brand and concept to a group, each group member needs to have their own sub-concept and their own brand identity. And I think they do that in the same way that they do with the Power Rangers for this music video.
Yeah, I agree. I usually am not a fan of this kind of concept. I usually just skip through it. I'm like, all right, when's the song going to start? All right, are they going to dance? All right, where are my boys? But this one kept my attention, and the little like funny, joking facial expressions or the comic relief kept it interesting for me. So I know that SM is always really thoughtful with how they put these stories together, and the visuals especially. That's their specialty, I guess, and they did not disappoint here.
K-pop Junkee, a K-pop theorist who we've referenced.
Can I just say I love these names, K-pop Hot Pot and K-pop Junkee. I
know, aren't they great?
Amazing.
So Kpop Junkee, a K-pop theorist who we've referenced on this show before, he's made a lot of great theories. For this music video, like, I went into this expecting nothing. I'm just like, the whole point of this is that it was meaningless, and I love how meaningless it was. It was just silly and goofy. But Kpop Junkee actually presents a really interesting theory behind this. You'll recall in this music video, it starts off with all of them in this bedroom together. Like in this 90s sitcom bedroom, like a bunch of boys playing video games, and they got these 90s like sci-fi posters up on the walls, which are then referenced later in the music video. But on the whole, it's this idea of maturity.
Where did that come from? Where are you getting maturity out of this, Peter?
Well, okay, maybe not maturity, but more so holding on to childish imagination. And that's the power of EXO. So you see each of these guys, they get into their Power Ranger powers, and then they start, playing around with Nerf guns, and they're in this, funny setting like the Power Rangers. And the evil antagonist of this concept is a robot, and it turns each of the guys into these two-dimensional members. And that's a way, Kpop Junkee argues, a way of taking away their power of imagination.
What?
Yeah. Because, two-dimensional is used in a lot of literature and film as a way to say, like, you're taking away the soul, you're taking away the spirit. So that's why he argues that you're taking away their imagination. And then at the end, after the bridge, they all regain their Power Ranger powers. Like the power of ice, fire, water, wind, water, heart. Then
Captain Planet.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they get their powers, and they get their power of imagination back. So I think that it's a plausible theory and concept, and I'm willing to buy off on it. But even if that's not the case, like, I would say this is still a great and fun music video, regardless of whatever the theory may be.
Right. I just I checked out the review as well, and Kpop Junkee went into the specific lyrics in the song and how they refer to, don't worry, just stop, keep your imagination, keep curious. The lyrics actually call that out. So I think he's onto something there.
And we know that leading into this release, there was a lot of teasers about the eclipse. And this was like right after the actual North American solar eclipse already happened. So we're all kind of wondering, like, well, what does that have to do with anything?
Everything.
Yeah, everything. So other XOLs have pointed out that every one of EXO's major releases has actually occurred on the same date. The years differ, but on the same date as a major lunar eclipse.
No way.
So that timing, they released it on this date to align with another major solar eclipse, which happened. And Kpop Junkee says that, well, that solar eclipse is a way for them to get their power. It's a way for them to get their imagination. And this is, again, acknowledging what XOLs already know, but EXO as a group are these like space aliens from the planet EXO.
Oh, totally.
And oh yeah, you totally see it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's perhaps a way that they use that eclipse as a medium to maybe hail back to Planet EXO. Maybe this is a prequel showing where they came from before they got into their dark and evil concept of what was it? What's the name of
the early songs?
Yeah, I'm forgetting.
There's Mama and Wolf.
I think it was
No?
Mama. It's like
Mama?
da-da-da, da-da-da,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, the chanting one. Nobody cares about me. You know what I'm talking about. We don't need to hear Peter sing it.
I do. That's all I need right now.
Okay. So we all know what I'm talking about. I'll just drop in the sample of it so we don't actually need to hear Peter sing it. But some fans have argued that in terms of the order of the story of EXO as a group, that this takes before that, and they sort of then move on. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. They're going the prequel route, or they're going out of order, kind of like a Star Wars saga.
Yeah.
Just as epic.
Even if we were to say like all of this is like BS, right? Like all of this is nonsense. I would still say like, guys, it's got kitties, it's got laser guns and robots.
Pew, pew.
And special powers. Like, that's all I need. Oh, and it's accompanied by a dope Ratchet electronic beat. No, okay. I wouldn't say it's Ratchet. It's definitely not Ratchet.
Yeah,
but
not Ratchet at all.
it's. I would call it a peak hour anthem with a very danceable beat.
Oh,
If I had,
I haven't heard that term. Peak hour anthem.
Yeah, I mean, like
What's
when you're
that?
like, well, okay, this is me as
No,
a DJ speaking.
were you about to say like, when you're DJing at a time? No, Peter.
So like you get this a lot with like your like EDM crates. It's like, okay, I got this like this peak hour banger or like peak hour edit of a top 40 song, and then it's adjusted to be a little bit more remixed so that you can play it for like a 300 or 400 plus crowd. That's what you play for like those peak hour bangers, right? It doesn't work as well if you have a smaller crowd. This is one of those moments where you play for like a big, group of people, and you play it in that peak hour, which is between 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., which is like the like the peak hour where you can play all the bangers, like all the trending top hits. That's what this song belongs in, at least from speaking as a DJ. So I like it. It's a happy, uplifting song, and even if this wasn't K-pop, I would recommend this to my non-K-pop friends because it's just so fun and goofy. K-pop Hot Pot, they even said on their podcast that it kind of reminded them of Daft Punk.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe, I think it's just one instrument or sound effect that has. What is that?
Actually, I don't know.
But I heard it too. Everyone listened for it. And if you know the name of that instrument or sound effect, put it in the comments or tweet at us. The Daft Punk
either one of those
sound.
things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say I love it.
Nice.
So
yeah, I mean, when I listened to, first of all, I was waiting for the song to get started. I was like, here we go, another dramatic intro that doesn't make sense. when is the beat gonna drop? And then it did, and I was like, ooh, wow, high energy. Okay. I honestly I enjoyed it, but I guess I prefer EXO's darker stuff, and I like Kpop, like that sound a little bit more than this. Just personally as a genre preference, this didn't suit them as well as those other songs did. It did sound more Daft Punk. But fun either way, but I don't think I'll be like playing it a lot on my playlist.
Yeah. And to your point, Stephanie, like this song, this like peak hour like anthem, it's not wholly fundamentally new or groundbreaking for K-pop. We've heard these sort of like songs before. And what we got with like Kpop, that is very new. You know, Kpop wasn't necessarily dark, but it was less, happy, perky, goofy like this song.
Yeah.
And this happy, perky concept, lighthearted concept, is absolutely different for EXO in a way that might even be radically different from EXO. I don't know. They also did that song, Dancing King. Last year, and that was pretty goofy. And maybe my bias is just for goofy concepts because I like stuff that doesn't take itself too seriously. So.
Well, you also like the really serious stuff. You love the whole spectrum, Peter.
I guess you're right. I don't know, but
No, I
like
think we both
people
do.
like Psy and EXO when they do goofy stuff like that, it totally works on me. You know,
Yeah.
it's not taking itself too seriously, and it's something that's trying to be a little different, I think, from
Exactly.
what else we've seen in K-pop.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I think we get a sense of like highbrow or maturity or just thoughtfulness behind it. We know that they didn't just slap this together, that tons of thought went into the composition, the lyric, the whole package for both an artist like Psy and EXO, no matter what they put out.
I will acknowledge, Stephanie, I think I was there with you when I first watched this, that
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, what are we doing? It's like Power Ranger concept. And they put a lot of money, a lot of production value, right, into doing that extended intro.
Yeah.
You know, and it seems sort of ridiculous. Like, why would you do this? This is a lot of money spent on something that isn't safe for them. But then I just had to change my judging paradigm and just accept that, you know what? I am one with this kitty. I am like one with these cartoons.
Oh.
And like, you just got to accept that this is turning it up to 11 on the ridiculousness scale. And once you accept that, that's when you can love it. You know, it's acknowledging it for what it is.
Yes, yes. This is the suspension of disbelief,
Yeah.
to put it
Yeah.
technically speaking. Yeah, exactly. So the one thing that I missed is choreo. I wanted to see
Oh,
my
right.
boys get it in, and the video did not have the dancing. So I had to check out the live performance for that. Did you see the comeback stage, Peter?
You know, honestly, I haven't had time to do that yet. So please dive into it, Stephanie.
No worries. I got you, Peter. Just watched it. So the comeback stage is really fun. I'm always amazed by how the fans in the audience know the words to the entire song and
Oh,
when they're
yeah.
supposed to yell out.
The fan
Like,
chants, yeah.
Yeah, the fan chants. I'm like, how did you have time to learn? But they're super K-pop fans, so of course they make time and they just stay up all night and don't have school or jobs. Anyways,
Stephanie, we can't insult them too much. They're our listeners here, so
Oh, I love you
I just
guys.
gotta say
I
it
want
was
to
very
be
good
you.
coordination. Like if we
I want
had
to
the
be a
resources,
super fan.
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
they have their priorities straight. Yeah.
yeah. We have to like pay bills and mortgages and whatnot. So
Yeah, especially you, Mr.
Yeah.
Homeowner.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, back on topic. Comeback stage. EXO's choreo was a lot of fun. When they sing the chorus and they repeat the word like power, they do this really manly flexing move over and over, kind of pulsing
yeah.
towards the stage. And I'm like, yes. I love it. You get to see their little biceps popping out, and then they do other flexing moves later in the choreo. I'm like, okay, y'all are all grown up now, which I didn't get that sense from the video. They're acting like little kids. But the choreo has this more powerful
I see what you did there.
character to it.
Yeah.
And I like it. So I'm a fan.
That's great, and I can't wait to see other K-pop groups also covering this song.
Oh,
Power.
for sure.
I mean,
The other thing I noticed in the choreo that made me think about the lyrics a bit more is that a lot of the moves in the dance were like direct, I don't want to say sign language, but like symbols for what the word in the song is saying. So there's a lyric that says TikTok, and then one of the members like hits their wrist for the watch. Okay, there's like boom boom or bang bang, and they make like explosion gestures with their hands. And there's a lot of just random English exclamations in there that have a matching dance move. And that made me realize, oh, there are a lot of English phrases in the song that I didn't catch earlier. And this is also, it also like brings home the point that this is random and silly.
it's like onomatopoeias, except in
Yeah,
dancing.
except in dance.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know the word for that. Oh, if only Matt were here. Supermatic, where are you? I'm sure
Yeah,
he
we're trying to
knows the
bring
term.
Matt back on. He'll be back for our next episode for our listeners who are wondering what happened to Matt. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was also on that note, Stephanie, with like the TikTok and the clocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Were they sponsored by Apple? It's like they were all wearing like Apple watches. Or something. Did you see that?
Good question. Was it an Apple? Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. They
I
should have
bet.
gotten money from Apple for doing it.
Totally.
They should have just been, they should have asked for an Apple sponsorship. Mm-hmm. They probably didn't. Oh, well. Okay, well, let's just go on to our score, Steph. How does that sound?
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. What did you think of the concept of this single?
Before I heard the analysis and the reviews, I was, I don't know, in the middle of the road, just like 3, because I just didn't get it. I thought some moments were funny, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But after hearing the analysis, I will bump up to about 3.4.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. It was like right in the middle.
Yeah, I
of
had fun with it.
And
Right.
for new first-time listeners, like 3 is pretty good. Like 3 is like, okay, you should bump to this one, right? And then like when it starts getting lower than 3, that's when we start to run into a lot of negative criticism.
Yeah.
So even acknowledging that this theory may be wrong, and if we were to look at it purely for its silliness, I gotta give it a 4.2. Like,
What?
This is why I love K-pop, Stephanie.
Yeah,
like
it is.
If it's kitsch, if it's goofy, if it's colorful and bright and plastic and bubblegum.
Plastic, yeah.
I mean, in all senses of that word, like, I gotta love it. This is why I love K-pop.
Yep.
If you're a K-pop fan, you've gotta love this song. So it's a 4.2 for the concept for me. And
Woo.
if the theory is indeed correct and right, then all the more power to them. I mean, that's great that I think a lot of EXO-Ls can take with them as they advance through their EXO fandom. But what did you think of the music, Stephanie? 1 to 5.
I liked the music less than I liked the concept. It's just not my style, so I'm giving it a 3. I mean, maybe if Rodri or our friends with the music analysis talents were up here, they could tell us how deep it is and how it connected to the lyrics and the story, but they're not. So
You're taking advantage of that, Stephanie. That's an excuse to give it a lower rating.
that's right.
Okay, there you
3
go.
from me.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, it's a solid 4 for me.
Woo!
And I totally get that this isn't, fresh or new, for the genre itself, nor for K-pop. But it's a fun song that I'm going to dance and play. I'm going to play it
Yay.
even when people don't request it. So,
Whoa, that's high praise.
yeah, I mean, maybe I've just gotten used to those Daft Punk songs over the years. And, this is a very subjective rating and judgment.
Of course.
But it strikes it out on the fundamentals of the surface value musical experience that I want from K-pop. It's fun and it's upbeat and it's got all the right sounds.
It's a great song for the summer, as the end of summer is upon us.
I would say and this is me speaking as like mobile DJ, like it's good for the back to school songs.
Oh, back to school.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's that back to school season, first dance of the school year song. That's what you play, for the nerdy kids like myself.
For the nerdy kids.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode of the Kpopcast. I mean, wrapping things out, I'm trying to think if we had any notable listener feedback from...
Did we do Daebak or not?
Oh, my gosh.
Peter!
Backing up. Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Where are you going, Peter? Okay. So before we go anywhere, we also give our overall score for every song that we review each week, whether the song is Daebak or not. And that's our overall consensus and feeling of the song, whether you should give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, a Daebak or not. So, Stephanie, how is it in your book?
That's hard. Don't like it as much as I like other EXO stuff. I think they're capable of more. I am going to say not.
Oh.
Sorry.
That stings, Stephanie. That really stings.
Well, I know you've got their back, so you carry it home.
There you go. At least we can give that to our listeners. You got some diversity on this panel. So you can, either hate us for liking them or you can hate us for not liking them. I mean, you can hate us for either way, because I know someone's left to hate this show for whatever reason. So
bring it on.
Yeah, there you go. What? At us. I thought it was totally Daebak for all the reasons we've described.
Yep.
It's guilty pleasure, man.
What is K-pop if not guilty pleasure?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay, so listener feedback. Just now we got a tweet from Marie, who said that her hit replay this week is G-Soul Tequila.
G-Soul? He has a new song?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, we'll give this Thank you, Marie. I've heard other people talk about G-Soul, so we'll have to give it a closer look, and we'll probably address it on our next episode for next week with BTS. And Supermatic. So we're all excited for that BTS comeback. And as we're recording this is before the BTS comeback.
Oh yeah, you really missed out. Taeyang was so good. Like, he put on a real show. He had a live band. He had male and female backup dancers.
Oh.
And he spoke English the whole damn time. He was like interacting, asking questions. He studied for this.
I heard he even said that he was looking forward to playing in San Jose. And
he said he always wanted to play in San Jose. And I was like, bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Like, everyone there in the audience was like, okay, whatever floats your boat, dude. Like, we're from San Jose. We're like, oh, we don't look forward to San Jose.
That one day I would perform in San Jose.
That's just what he says at every, like, of the tour, you know. It's like,
yeah, exactly. We forgive you.
Yeah. But on that note, Jenna tweeted at us, and she said that she agreed with you, Stephanie, on our Taeyang episode that she would rather listen to Wedding Dress over.
Yes.
Yeah, and that song is such a classic. So thank you, Jenna.
Thank you. Totally agreed. And at the at Taeyang's concert, Wedding Dress got so much applause. But he didn't really do a full version of it. He just stood there and sang it, but he didn't do much of the dance. He's kind of just like, let me just throw a bone to the fans, but then get back to the new album.
Yeah, it's
like really?
Yeah, it's just like all those like major musicians. It's like, okay, fine, this is our hit, and then we're so tired of it, but we will do it just for you.
like come on, man. Wedding Dress made you.
Yeah.
We made you.
Yeah.
Give us what we want.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways. Yeah.
Don't forget, Taeyang. We actually got press passes to it, and then me being the idiot that I am, I just didn't check my email often enough.
No, it's okay.
I'm copying you in on next time, Stephanie, so that at least one of us can reply on it and take it.
Like, I'll take it. I'll take them both.
Yes. Oh, Peter doesn't need to go. I'll
Sorry,
take his
Peter.
pass.
Peter's not going.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Be sure to tune in next week, and we'll cover off on BTS. Oh, so closing it out, Stephanie, what's your favorite EXO song, and where can people find you online?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. The most memorable ones to me are from the early days. So tie between like Growl and Wolf. Probably Growl. That one's so fun. And people can find me at sparker2 on Twitter.
I agree, Stephanie. EXO's Growl is probably one of the most iconic songs of K-pop. And it's got such variety in that one song that flows together really well. It's such a bop. So that is also my favorite EXO song.
We agree on something.
Yes, at least that much. And you can find me at DJ Peterlo. And don't forget to tweet at us, come at us, at the Kpopcast, and let us know what we got wrong, because there's always something we're getting wrong, apparently.
Never.
And check out BTS next week.
Woot woot.
Good night.
See ya.